next year or this upcoming NBA season, we're going to see something that we have never seen before. There will be no in between basketball because of this man right here, Victor. I know I'm going to say your name wrong, so I'm gonna just say it once. I'm gonna call him Victor. His last name is Wimbam Yam Wimban Yamaya. I know I said that wrong. I apologize. So I'm just gonna stick to Victor. We are not going to see, for the first time I think ever, we're not going to see in between basketball. And what do I mean by that? There's only going to be two extremes. There's going to be teams that are good enough to win a championship, that's going all in to win a championship. You know, the Golden States, the Clippers, you know, the top teams in the league, the Bucks, the Celtics. They're going to go all in to win a championship. Then you're going to have everyone else the tanks. That's it. You're going to see two completely different brands of basketball on any given night. You're either going to see some incredible basketball or you're going to see some terrible basketball, because this Victor kid is, when they're saying, you know, because they always say, oh, he's the best prospect. I remember when they were talking about Michael Porter Jr., and they always said, oh, that's the best prospect since LeBron. Or when they were talking about Zion, that's the best prospect since LeBron. Bro. Now, I'm not saying that Victor currently is better than, you know, Zion or Marco Porter Jr. or anybody, but this kid right here, this guy right here, being 7'2", he can't be 7'2". He has to be like 7'4", because he stood next to Rudy Gobert, who was 7'2", and made that man look like a child. Being 7'4", handles like that, being able to shoot because of his length. Defensively, he's good at protecting the rim. When they said that this kid is the best prospect since LeBron, I respect it. And you know how I know I respect it? Because of everything that you're seeing going on with the Jazz. They have committed to not winning a game, and it's because of this kid. That man is different. And if you want to critique him, he is a little skinny. Now, he's bigger than Chet Holmgren, but he's a little skinny. So I do want to see how he fares against, some of bigger defenders and bigger players like a Zion, like a LeBron, like, Joel Embiid and stuff. But with his handle, his shot making ability, teams, I know they came out and said, Adam Silver said, he hopes that, and he doesn't plan for anybody to tank for this kid, Victor. Yeah, bro, I know you're just saying that, but there's no way that you can watch what we watched. And you know what's crazy? Scott Henderson, any other year would be a clear-cut number 1 overall pick. But this kid is different. And you're going to see two completely different, because everyone that thinks they have a shot at him is going to try to get him. Meaning there's not going to be in between basketball. Now, yeah, teams are going to end up in the in between, but they're going to try their darndest to get this player. If they look up close to All-Star break and they're nowhere close to playoffs, or they're nowhere close to being a good team, yeah, it's over with. Shut stuff down. Like you're going to see people get unsuspected injuries and out for weeks. Like it's happening. This kid is different. This kid is arguably, when I always look at people crazy when they say like, oh, he has it. They came out and said one time, I remember, because I was like, what? They said that Markelle Fultz has an opportunity to be the best point guard, not only in the league, but one of the greatest point guards ever. Now, I love Markelle Fultz because he's from the crib. But what? So when I hear people say that about players, especially coming in, I'm like, okay. But when I heard Adrian Wojnarowski and a bunch of people say that he has the talent and the skills to be one of the greatest basketball players ever, not the greatest clearly, but one of the greatest, I agree. Now I could be wrong. You don't know what injuries can happen. Knock on wood. I hope I don't wish injury upon anybody. But this kid is different. People, he's a creative player. He is different, bro. I can't imagine, man. Now again, I do want to see how he fares against bigger opponents, and stronger opponents. But he has a better handle and a better shot than Joel Embiid. He has a better handle and taller than Zion, so we can send that shot. Like I'm excited to see this kid in action. So like I said, we're going to see either really bad basketball or really good basketball. There's going to be no in between, because teams that you're already good enough to know you're not going to get this kid, like it. So they're shooting for a championship. Like I said, the Bostons, the Milwaukees, Brooklyn, Philly, Phoenix, Golden State. You're going to see them shoot for the star. They're shooting for a championship because they know they have too much talent to get this kid. But then you have the Sacramento Kings, you have the Washington Wizards. Hell, you have the Knicks. You have teams like that. Well, shoot, we have really no shot in the playoffs. So let's start to shut this junk down.